Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram, and official TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Virgo, I hope that you're doing well. This reading is all about potential blockages and how we can release those blockages. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The overall energy will come from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle deck, and then your tarot will be from the Pulp Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Thank you, Spirit. So this came out for somebody. Nope, can't remember who it was. Number 24, which reduces to a 6, the Lover's card of the Major Arcana, Gemini energy. The deity is Kali, and the word is love. Virgo, I feel like you're shrugging your shoulders and just saying, well, it's kind of like I just feel this, well, there's not really a surprise. I don't feel that you're surprised by me saying this or by this card showing up for you. That love could be a potential blockage. I'm going to reiterate what I said in the reading that I did before, which is not to say that I'm regurgitating it. I am reinforcing and reiterating the sense that it's not about romantic love, it's about self-love. Because isn't it always about self-love? Even love for others always comes back to the self. And this is truly what I'm feeling. You can see here, right? It's not all, I mean, this looks like hell and brimstone, to be honest with you. Fire and brimstone. I said hell and brimstone. Very interesting. I wonder if the devil card will show up for you. And it's okay if it does, right? Because we're talking about blockages. We're talking about things that may potentially be holding you back. I'm very preoccupied by this sheath or sword in one of her many hands, and in the other hands, 2 skulls. It's almost as if Virgo is not taking any prisoners. Take no prisoners. And that kind of attitude can sometimes harden our heart. Make us forget why we were considering love in the first place. I see now in the other hand another kind of, I don't know, bow and arrow, or more of an arrow. Weaponry. I don't know the story of Kali, but I don't need to. All I know is that I feel a sense of defensiveness, but also a great passion. I don't think Virgos are the first signs to be understood for their passion, but Spirit is showing it to me very clearly. It burns even hotter than anyone could possibly understand. But that being said, does it burn so hot and so bright that it can be misunderstood, that the wrong person wouldn't be able to handle it? Because Spirit is showing me now, I'm actually in the middle of making what I think is a beautiful meal for my sister for her birthday. And, you know, the majority of the meal has been done, but I was going to make a pot of rice, and I picked up the pot as I put some broth in it, and I picked up the pot and it was very, very hot, and I kind of put it down and I thought, do I need to put on oven mitts to pick this up? And I just, in my mind, I said, no, I don't. And I picked it up and it was hot, and I put it in the rice cooker. The Spirit is showing that to me, and that just happened maybe 20 minutes ago from when I turned on the camera. So it's almost as if it's not the right person, they won't be able to pick up that pot. If it's not the right person, they won't be able to hold your heart, your passionate heart, the one that feels so expansively. And so then maybe all of these defenses start coming up. And because there's so many weapons and symbols of destruction and don't mess with me attitude, like, how can one begin to approach? 3 cards for the base spread. 3 cards for clarifier. This is a general reading for Virgo to see what their blockages are and how we can overcome them. Okay, look at the clarifiers. I always want you to remember, one extra card came out for you, that what's so great about tarot, at least the tarot that I read and the tarot that I watch, is that most of the readers that I see on YouTube, and I include myself in this, it's not about predicting the future, strangely. It's about taking a temperature on what's happening in your life right now so that you can make informed spiritual decisions as it pertains to you, whatever that means, so that you create your future. So what I'm about to show you is nothing that you don't already know. It's just, it can be weird because a stranger, a virtual stranger, is telling you, right? So the extra card that came out is a Pentacles card. Pentacles is earth energy. That's your element. And it's the 10 of Pentacles. So not only does this blockage have to do with, I think, love and self-love and the ideas of what that means for you, but it also relates to your abundance. Because, you know, it's that, like, think about when you were a kid and you were either playing in the yard or with your friends or coloring or building something. You're like entertaining yourself in some way, and you were doing exactly what you wanted to be doing. Didn't time seem like it was passing by so quickly because you were having fun, you were living in the moment, you were enjoying yourself, and then the next thing you know it, somebody is calling you in to dinner? Not everyone had that kind of childhood, but if you did, it's the sense that when we're in the midst of something we love, or in the midst of something we love doing, it's like time is very fluid. It doesn't really make sense because we just get immersed in the moment. And when we're in that space, such beautiful abundance and creativity and high vibration emanates from our heart space, from our heart chakra. And when it emanates from our heart chakra, abundance starts to flow like water. So Spirit wants to remind you of that when you can operate in a space of love and gratitude, even if it's just for your own self, that's when the abundance can start to come through. There's no longer a blockage to it. Right? So that's like a big reminder from Spirit. You can have it all, Virgo. It may not seem like it right now, but from the present moment, all potentialities exist. You can make a different decision right now in this moment that changes the entire course of your life. Could be difficult though, with the Emperor in reverse. Number 4 of the major arcana, this is Aries energy. And it's clarified by another major arcana, the Fool in reverse, number 0. Whenever we speak about major arcana cards, major arcana, the first 22 cards of the tarot deck, they describe the archetypes of humanity. Big energies that are divinely guided. Moving through major arcana cards is like almost life-changing moments, or potentially life-changing. The Emperor is the power of all 4 kings of the tarot. Very divine masculine, knows who they are, takes charge, very forthright, a lot of integrity when they're in the upright. They have a kingdom to run. They have a lot of responsibility. This is CEO, leader, boss energy, trailblazer, mover and shaker. Spirit just said mover and shaker. When the card is in reverse, think of it in this astrological term that I'm becoming a lot more familiar with, as at the time of this reading, they say that Mars is debilitated in Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. See, it's relevant. I'm a Cancer, so Mars doesn't like to be in the sign of Cancer. It's the planet of war and aggression. And Cancer is like the love mom sign, right? So you put an angry mom out into the world, what do you get? Right? So it's not so much that issue, but more the word debilitated. When the Emperor is in reverse, he's debilitated. It's like he's vulnerable. There's a sense of weakness. I'm not saying you're weak. This is the feeling that you have right now of weakness, the inability to take chances, the inability to have faith in spirit, the inability to make great leaps and bounds, which is what the Fool card is all about. And tarot is the Fool's journey. It's that path towards an up-leveling, a quantum shift, but the quantum shift only happens when you shift it, when you make the decision to take the leap of faith. Both these cards are in reverse, so there is a lot of, I feel a lot of resentment. Nobody likes to have the Emperor in reverse because it means that you're caught off guard, that you feel disempowered and unable to move, unable to act, unable to take the kind of risks that you might have in another position. Okay, so I feel like that's not news to you, but it is an acknowledgement, and Spirit sees it. Spirit can translate that to me. What is your comment about this Emperor and Fool in reverse, Spirit? What is your comment? Page of Cups in reverse. Now we are going back to the love energy. The Page of Cups in the upright, Cups is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and can talk about apology, offering, this initial step towards love, towards friendship, towards a new beginning. That's what the Page of Cups is in the upright. In the reverse, it's like we're not saying anything. We're wanting to keep all of that love energy to ourselves, and that's your prerogative. But that's precisely what's going on here. This lack of offering, this lack of vulnerability. At least you're trying your best not to show it. That is Spirit's comment. I just heard a fluctuation in my ear. My spirit guides are here, your spirit guides are here. That is Spirit's comment. The next two cards, the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower. The Tower is major arcana number 16. Again, Aries energy and Scorpio. You may have Aries or Scorpio in your chart. Pentacles, again, is earth sign energy. 8 of Pentacles talks about where we invest the majority of our energy, effort, resources, finances. Most often it can talk about a workplace scenario because many people, dare I say most people, have to work. If you don't, good for you. I'm not saying that's by choice. If you are trying to look for work, then I pray that you find it. But if you don't have to work because you're retired or you're just independently wealthy, good for you. Could be a project, could be a family situation that you're invested in at this time. Whatever, wherever you're turning all your attention to, that's what this card talks about. And here it comes with a great kind of upheaval. The Tower is shock, awe, and surprise. We can see here the lightning striking. The lightning strikes the clock tower, right? From Back to the Future. Remember that? I hope you've seen that movie, Back to the Future. Save the clock tower, save the clock tower, Spirit is saying. And Marty McFly, the main character, puts a quarter in the tin can. I don't remember what the lady says in return. Does she say, bless you? And she gives him the flyer that he takes back in time. You will not know any of what I'm talking about if you've never watched that movie. But if you haven't watched that movie, why haven't you watched that movie? Spirit wants me to quote Back to the Future. Maybe talking about your future. Right? And I just got finished saying, Spirit, that I don't read the future, which I don't. But Spirit's bringing it up. You can affect your future. What was that whole movie about? Marty McFly goes back in time and he changes his future. The time is now. The time is right now. What you do now affects your future. How you behave now. How you interpret what is going on in your life right now. It's like, are you creating a masterpiece or is there complete destruction? The Tower card showing up is Spirit's way of shaking up the system, indeed. Something in your life is being really turned on its head. And Spirit is causing it. Why? Why does Spirit do that to us, right? I've gotten the Tower many times in a reading. Why would Spirit do that to us? When we were so focused on something, then all of a sudden this comes in and just overtakes everything. Why? Because it's like we weren't listening. The Tower only comes in when it has to. Because we may be on this path of self-destruction. Remember? If she's not careful, Kali will be consumed by this fire. What is your comment? High Priestess in reverse. You're not listening to yourself. And this is not, I mean, you're coming to this, I'm putting in the title that it's all about blockages, right? So you came to this reading to understand what the blockages are. You're not listening to yourself. High Priestess in reverse. Number 2, again, the major arcana. Pisces energy. The High Priestess sits at the veil between worlds, this world and the spirit world. Everyone is psychic to some extent. Everyone has intuition. But how much we listen to ourselves, that depends on you. Are you quieting your mind? You know, meditation is not just some like woo-woo, like love, peace, and harmony. It can be those things, and that's fine. There's no judgment there. I feel like there's judgment coming from you because of the way I said it, because I absolutely believe in meditation. I've led so many meditations, I've lost count. What a lot of people don't understand is when you meditate and you quiet the mind, the things and realms you can access, the internal power you discover about yourself. Meditation isn't just about clearing the mind and breathing, although it can be those things and should be those things. But once you get past the clearing the mind and breathing, then all the downloads come in. That's when the fun starts happening. That's when spirit can really link up to you and show you things that you never knew were possible. I promise. That's what happens. And it kind of puts you back into the power position. Yes, we use and should use our gifts from the universe to do good. But that doesn't mean that we can't prosper in the interim, that we can't up-level ourselves financially, for example. Who said money is energy? If you use money in a way that is corrupt and a way that corrupts you, then money can be your toxin. But if you use money to support yourself, to support your loved ones, to give back to others, to use to buy resources to help others and yourself, you're just going to get more money. You're going to get more of what you need to live a beautiful life. And how that comes is with tapping into your special power. It's in reverse. Doesn't mean you don't have that power. It just means that it's getting lost in the sauce. Spirit just said lost. Thank you, Spirit. Lost in the sauce. It's just getting lost. It's getting lost in all of this. Where is the intuition? How does it even have a fighting chance against this? And we end here with two cards, the Queen of Swords in reverse and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, this is your card, Virgo. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but this is you. Very all buttoned up in our suit and tie. Sorry, I just wanted to look at the paintings in the background here because they seem relevant somehow. This is kind of like a steer, a bull, or cattle of some kind. And over here is a castle. Steer, cattle, that represents wealth, right? These are representations of wealth. Queen of Swords in the reverse. I'm getting a strange message. Let's talk it out. When the Queen of Swords, which is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Queen of Swords is very discerning. She seeks out the truth. She wants the truth to be spoken and revealed. But when the card is in reverse, for me as a reader, it's almost like I don't want to even look at it. I'm not even concerned with it. I can't even stomach it. I don't want to look at it. It doesn't matter to me right now. And this is clarifying. These two cards are clarifying each other. It's almost as if what concerns you right now is not whether or not you occupy the King of Pentacles. Sorry, that came out really weird. It doesn't matter if you're in this kingly energy. Like, that doesn't matter to you right now. You're not looking at that right now. There's like more pressing matters that have to do with your heart chakra. But it's almost like you're going into overdrive. What is your comment about this King of Pentacles and Queen of Swords in reverse, Spirit? What is your comment? This is the first time I've ever said it like this. What is your comment? Nine of Cups. The wishes, this is a wish fulfillment card. What you're wishing right now has, let me put it to you this way. To a certain extent, you already have this, you already occupy this position, but you're wishing for something different. See this? Let's just say, for the symbolic sake, these two characters are the same. It's your energy. See how the tie is so... I made a comment about it all buttoned up with your tie. Here the tie has come off. It's almost like... I've heard some men refer to the tie as a kind of noose. Like the trappings of corporate society or business or whatever, right? There's something to it. Wanting to take... Thank you, Spirit. See? Wanting to take that tie off, wanting to... There's a lot of kind of freedom symbolism here. There's a lot of freedom, free spirit, just wanting to just kind of shed all of this and be free. I'm going to ask Spirit now for their advice. How can we overcome this blockage? Queen of Pentacles. This is a divine pair. Queen and King of Pentacles. And I feel this is all about you. Even though this is about love, it's about self-love. Spirit's advice of how to block this feeling, I believe, of lack is to really embody the Queen of Pentacles energy, which is all about understanding that you are abundant and then being generous. See, it's here. The Queen of Pentacles is offering. Give of yourself, not in the way that depletes you. That's not what we're talking about here. Not in a way that depletes you, but in a way that fills your cup. So, for example, let me give you a very benign example. If there was one day my boss she was having a rough day. It was rough for her that day. And a coworker of mine said, well, you know, she likes this X and X drink at this coffee shop down the street. She really likes that drink. It's like a mixed drink. Not alcoholic. And so I just took off in the middle of the workday and I walked down to that coffee shop and I didn't tell her I was going to get it. And I just came back with it and I said, hey, boss, for you. I don't call her boss, but hey, boss, this is for you. And she was like, really? And later on, she told me, she was like, you have no idea how much I needed that pick-me-up. And I said, I think I do. I think I did have an idea. And, you know, it was not because I was trying to, like, have favor with my boss. My boss loves me. It's not about that. It's just about being able to cheer someone up with something very, yeah, I took the time and the money to go down and get whatever. It was a few dollars. But it was more the sense that by cheering her up, you know, it filled me with a sense of like, I did a good thing. I cheered somebody up. And sometimes that's all it takes, right? To remind ourselves that our heart can be open, one little gesture at a time, one little gesture at a time. It can be a little one, but it's important because then it will return back to you. And that's Spirit's advice. I'm going to read from the book, just the first couple of lines, because it's long. Love isn't always pretty. Love is authentic and appreciates authenticity. Sometimes real love means you allow someone to make mistakes. Boundaries may be necessary to assist someone you love in the long run. Love is eternal. Acceptance and love can help you negotiate any transition, in particular ones that you are afraid of and hesitant to make. Thank you, Spirit. That's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.